looking, I would say that is the worst hole.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but I did play it on the video, previous video, and I used a stone.
That one's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. We're going 60. We're definitely going 60 on this.
Well, I always like to start with the worst hole, just in case it don't clean up at a 60. Then you'd be like, oh, instead of, you know.
Yeah.
I've had that happen. You know, when you bore a hole, then you think it's the worst one. The next time, well, it didn't make it. Then you're going around and have to redoing all the holes again.
It's already. I think you already batted it one more time. It's been line bored, and so. And this is the setup for the boring machine itself.
Yep.
And that's the pivot point, right? The bar?
Yeah. Yeah, that just kind of locks it down in the cradle so it don't fall off the machine. That's
right.
Pretty much all it does is just kind of line it up. Oh, crap. Hang on. We're going to go back to it. Or did yours go fast? Mine went fast.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to get up there. I'm half blind, so I gotta get up there and look at it.
Well, I'm 57 too, ain't we all?
Alright, so a standard bore on a 454 is a 4.250.
4.25, yeah.
We're gonna go 60 on that, so.
Well, no, you don't want. Now, do you want to do it to the exact size, or you don't want to do it under, so you can?
I usually go
so you can
3 to 4 thousandths under. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Now, what is this little thing you're doing right here?
This is the cutter. This is
okay.
This is actually what's going to set the cutter.
Okay.
Of course, I mean you could tell that distance is not 4 1/4 inches.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Because of the
head that goes on it.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay.
It's probably always good to double check it, you know what I mean? Once you get set, just go back and just redo it and make
Measure
sure.
twice, cut once.
Yeah. There you go. You get back down there, you can get a picture of the little sticker that's on the machine, so. That sticker was donated by a former employee.
Measure once,
was
cut
awesome.
twice. Okay.
That's a good idea.
A certain amount of distance that goes in the cutter head.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying, because, you know, you're talking 4 1/4 inch bore, and that ain't no 4 1/4.
Yeah.
By no, you know what I mean? So, of course, it's taken up.
I got you. Okay, so that setup back there that's set specifically for this head, and
exactly, yeah, for this machine, for
the
machine.
Head, yeah. Okay, yeah, okay, I got you.
See, we got a different head that requires a different mic. It's a small for like small bores.
Gotcha.
You know, so.
All right, that's cool.
That mic, or you break it, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. I think they should have mounted a light on the machine.
Well, now,
you know what I mean?
Okay, now the thing that a lot of people don't understand, that's taking 30 thousandths of an inch right now.
Yeah.
That ain't a lot of metal. It sounds like a lot, but it's not a lot of metal.
Yeah, exactly.
You know when they say 125 thousandths, that's 4 times what that is right now. When if you bore one that over, but that really is not a lot of material that's being removed to clean it up. You know,
so technically it's about $27.
Yeah.
Because I left it under, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, but a lot of people don't realize that 1,000, 30 thousandths is not a lot.
Yeah.
It's like 4 sheets of paper. That's about it.
Well, you know, like a lot of people, I don't want my boards because they make them run hot. I mean, removing enough to make it run hot.
No, big one.
Run hot is a symptom of something, not the end because it's too thin. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, like, in your opinion, a 60 over small block Chevy, like a 4-inch small block Chevy, not too bad.
I know a lot of people run them.
I ran one for 9 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I've seen a lot of people run them.
My guy did the work on it 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And I ran it for 9 years. Never had to change anything on it.
I know a guy that ran one at 80.
Yeah.
Everyday driver ran it at 80.
I had a buddy bore a 350 125.
Yeah.
You know, and we were all like, he's like, well, you know, what I had. Now, the speed that it actually goes down through, is that set on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is at the slowest speed. I can make it go faster, but I've always experienced this like slow and easy, you know? So it probably takes 10 minutes to hold, give or take, depends on how deep the cylinders are.
See, and again, like we were talking, people don't realize that this isn't just boom, 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 boom. This is 10, move it, 10, move it. This is a couple hours of just sitting watching this machine do its thing after you get it set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to come back up down on the hole. We're going to look. You may have to run it back down there and start it again, trim a little more out of it. You can see, I like getting it as close as I can because when you hone it, you can only run the stone so deep without hitting the main, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or a lip, which I probably will take a grinder and knock the lip off that when I'm done.
Oh yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. That's our goal is 60. So I'm gonna set the mic at 60.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And
yeah, with the.
I know a lot of people are like, oh my God, he puts the mic in the vise.
Well, the vise has a
Well, I'll just put enough pressure on it
just to hold it.
Just to hold it.
Just to hold it. Yeah.
It's hard to set mics. You know, set your dial bore gauge without able to, unless you got 4 hands.
All right, so that's your dial, that's your bore gauge, and you're going to set it at 0, right?
Yep.
Yep.
And of course, that will be set at the 60 over.
Now, what's your opinion on like boring per? If you knew you were going cast piston, would you make it a little tighter? Would you make it a little looser? Cast forged, hyper-eutectic? What's your opinion on that?
If I knew ahead of time if I was going with the forged piston, I would have probably cut an extra couple thousandths out of the hole.
Because they expand more.
Well, yeah, you got to have definitely more clearance on
forged.
And especially the bigger the bore, more clearance you got to have. So you're liable to have 7-8 thousandths worth of piston clearance if you're going with the forged piston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're probably hypothetic, even with the. You could probably be upwards of 2.5 or 3 on that. I haven't really looked at the specs on that yet,
but it is. But if you know what's going in, it is a different
exactly
where you want to go.
Now there's times that people board stuff. People change their mind. I want to go forged, then I'm left honing extra 2 or 3 thousandths out that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which it doesn't really matter to the hone other than just wearing your stones.
No,
little extra, time. The honing is actually where it really takes a lot of time. You see it. 0 is our goal.
Yep.
And I'm gonna have to get down here where I can see it. At about 4,000. We like about 4 thousandths to get to our goal.
And that'll be the honing process.
That's all in the honing.
Yep.
Now, I say 4, that's to get it to 60. Every brand of pistons are different. They may vary a half thousandths or 1,000. So I don't ever do no honing until I get a piston to set the mic up, how much clearance you want.
Right.
Whatever the book allows. Then that could vary. It could only be 3 thousandths. It could be 5 thousandths depending on the piston. You know what I mean? So I was kind of shooting for about a 3.5, but that's about a 4, which is
fine.
Yeah. This floats on there. Then of course once you get it centered, then it clamps it. So
Say
you can. I don't know if you can see the fingers coming out.
Yep, I see them. Got them.
All right. See it? You see how it kind of pulled itself to center?
Right.
And of course,
Wiggle it a little bit.
Kind of hold it. Always keep pressure on it until I get it clamped.
And then she's clamped.
Then she's clamped, but you know, it's always good to kind of look, make sure we're, you know.
Check twice, cut once.
Yeah.
Or like, no.
Yeah.
Measure once, cut twice.
Yeah, that's the way we go around here. Here, I'm gonna have to get around here so I can see this side. I'm gonna say everything looks good.
Now I do have a question though, because you know the big blocks, they have the little lip.
Yeah.
No, because we went 60, does that make it where that's not necessary anymore? For the piston, I mean for the valve. Yeah. It'll be close.
It may cut it plumb out of the block.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But if that's the case, then it ain't necessary.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you still got the clearance. They had to do that for a valve clearance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And once you cut that out, that means the valve's still going to clear. So yeah.
Okay. Is there anything modern that is comparable to the size of like a first gen Mark IV big block? Not really, huh? Not unless you're talking about a straight six like a diesel.
Yes. Well, we did that sleeve that we was saying about was on the 6.0 Ford Power Stroke.
They're pretty big.
The block would barely fit on here.
Okay. I need to hear taps or something for the old all the old cylinder material.
You know, I need to be saving it and dumping it in my driveway. Let it rust on there and it'll harden up almost like concrete.
That's what my Ford dry goes in the driveway.
Yeah, I mean, we could generate enough of this over, say, a year's time. You know what I mean? You know.
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what? I did it. I took that off and then put it back on there.
I got you talking. It's my fault.
Oh, I'll leave it on there. Sometimes I put like an LS block or a Hemi block on there, which are made, you know.
Yeah, different.
And
yeah.
to put it on there, it's like, oh crap! Now I got to take it back off and take the
Take the cradle out of it. And it's reading the same on the deck as it is on that deck.
pretty close.
Pretty close.
Maybe not 100%, but and some of it's just
the surface for the
could be the warpness on the block. If it's
Yep.
because I'm going to almost guarantee that it probably is warped.
And that one is centered. Pretty damn close. Yep.
See, and the deal is with that, there ain't no level adjustments on it. I always just kind of verify it, make sure the block's setting
You mean on the cradle
The
itself?
cradle itself. It's supposed to be
45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
I always double check, because if a block's bad enough shape, then you may have problems.
And
you know
I've
what I
been
mean?
going. Oh yeah.
You know, so.
Especially with the modern aluminums with sleeves and all that kind of good biz, like an LS, like an aluminum LS.
I mean, and a lot of it is, and the reason why I just double check it, make sure you could have a nick on your oil pan rail. It could throw it off.
Just a
10,
hair, just
15,
enough.
20,000.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with it? You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
If it's throwing something way off, take the block back off, look at it, see why it's doing what it's doing. You know what I mean? So.
Then it's just all the same process right over again. We're gonna center it up, lock it in, put the cutter in it, and go. Right? Because you already got the depth set. Do you got to reset? Do you have to reset the depth just in case on this side?
Normally you don't have to.
Because of how you spun it, it's sitting exactly the way like it was on the other side.
Now,
right?
sometimes maybe the casting varies enough from the factory. It
yeah.
could be a hair.
We've all went through that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be a hair, but generally you don't have to. It's, you know what I mean? But
you never had an issue, put it that way.
not usually.
Okay.
Or sometimes, it may be like just it's still barely cut line. You may tweak the depth. Oh, there it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha.
You know. But usually no.
Because we all know how the guy on Friday night shift that was building engines back in the day. I mean, I found in the heads I just poured, I found casting lines that were never hit. You know, they were just left. Like, well, I'm leaving. I'm not doing it. You know, shit like that.
A lot of it would probably be just more core shift itself.
No, this was actual.
Yeah.
They never came through and cleaned it up in some of the ports.
Well, yeah. But I was talking about like some of these blocks being tweaked.
Yeah.
I have seen some early models, not so much late model stuff, early model stuff where the block, you can tell by looking at the front of the block how much core shifted.
How much it shifted, yeah. Off of the.
It's usually the early 60s. 70s, 50s, you know, real early.
Yeah.
As the years went on, I think the molding process has probably got better over the years.
Yeah, yeah. It did turn out nice.
Not to mention, look how much weight you knocked off.
Yeah, and she was talking about how they chamfered everything and did all. They went above and beyond. Now she ain't got her crank grinding machine up and running yet, so she farmed this out to a place up in Tahlequah. Yeah. But man, that is good work. It's better
than the last place we had a crank turn. This is definitely a nicer
She was telling
job.
me that was a little bit of a nightmare.
A nicer job.
This is a nicer job. Yeah, it's definitely better than I could have done self-polishing it at the house. So if you want to see my best little video ever made, right here. If you want to see the one that they say is best for you, is right there. Y'all be good.